cannot hide. You're teething underneath your disguise. You're so wise. Your science played me up and down like a fool until I drowned on top of the earth. Pray for worth. Hey up, hey up. Hey up, hey up. Built 100 pieces on the floor.
Hey there, everybody. Just got back from a nice juicy trip out of town. I'm getting back to bug fixing over here on Savage, the Shard of Gosen. And one of the things I'm working on is cleaning up, grabbing, picking up, pushing, lifting and setting down objects like solid blocks and enemies that are stunned and all that stuff. And I actually changed quite a few things. I overhauled a number of them to now not use the attack button when you're flush against an enemy or the object you want to grab, for example. Not using the attack button, but using a right trigger on a gamepad, and that's turning out to feel pretty good. So I think that's where we're gonna go with it. I think. Where I want to actually start up is test, Gosen points test. This is where we want to go. It is where we want it to go. Gosen points test. Yes, we're going to go. Make sure I turn these on. Oh, of course I forgot to plug in a gamepad. Where the hell did I put it? I'll go hunt for it in a second. But this would be a good time to remember what exactly the key binding is now for lifting and grabbing stuff. So now, okay, that's not it. What did I just hit? Oh, whoops. I totally forget what key I assigned to this. Damn it. I feel like my connection is absolutely slow today, too. So I hope that does not affect the stream at all. Alright, where the hell did I put it? Scripts. Alright. Controls. Should be down at the bottom here. Z for now. Temporary Z. Temporary. This is another unfortunate thing about coming back to Texas, where the allergies are just a pain in the ass. Gotta say, that was a nice break. Was being able to be outside and not have shit, and even inside too. Just not have your face feel like it's gonna melt off. Okay. And they do work now on, I gotta fix these assholes too. They like freak out when they're in the air. Because I did not actually give them an air state. Yeah, so you can be right up against the block. And hitting it, or hitting the attack button, will not cause the player to go into this grab state. Right there. Also, another thing that's been fixed, among many others, is it used to be that if you had a weapon that whose bounding box wound up behind you for a few frames, it would strike, this thing that would be behind me right now. But the box would move in the direction that you're facing, so it'd wind up getting the player stuck. Kind of like this. Like if I can... No, that didn't work. See, I'm facing away from it, but it's hitting the corpse that's behind me. So obviously that still applies to corpses and stuff, but which really isn't all that egregious. But for solids, it is. I'm pretty sure too. I fixed the ramp bug when you're up in the air and you land on a ramp before your vertical speed sends you downward. What used to happen is you would be stuck in the air state, even though you had landed on solid ground, and your movement would be all slidey and shit because you were still considered to be in the air. So that's been around for a couple of years now, and I'm glad I finally fixed that. This too, the thing with the hitting solid objects behind you, just ugh. So just those two small things already make this feel a little tighter and neater. All right, I'm gonna go grab the damn gamepad real quick, because that just feels better. So I will be right back. All right, I found it. I am surprised I was able to finagle this thing into the computer without knocking a bunch of shit over. Gotta say, I am pretty pleased with Xbox One controller. Don't have an Xbox One, but it picked up a gamepad. People were having issues, supposedly. When trying to play Savage with an Xbox One gamepad. So I wanted to see what the hell was going on, but I haven't had any issues yet, so. Alright. Okay. I don't know why that initial grab is so slow. That's another thing that I need to investigate. But now, that one's kind of slow too. I think they're the same speed. One thing too that has been fixed is lifting enemies on ramps was horribly buggy and would usually lead to a complete crash. That doesn't happen anymore. You used to be able to to set them down in a ramp too, like the enemy would get stuck inside of the ramp, but obviously that doesn't happen anymore either now. So that looks good. I go a little lower maybe. Nope, won't let me. It will not let me, which it shouldn't. Okay, there is fine. There is a-okay. See, in some instances, it's still quite buggy, depending on how you lift them and where you lift them from. Yeah, see, that looked kind of slow. I don't know why. I feel like sometimes it goes faster, and I'm not sure why that is. Either way, I want to speed it up. I want to make it a little more snappy and a little more smooth, because that simply will not do. Do I have... Oh, cool, yeah. I did turn on this thingamajig. All right, so let's take a look at this shit with grabbed object. lift. Okay, that turns off grabbing. This is pull. It's pull. Excuse me. Okay, so grab is fine. What we want is carry, I think. Else, if, lift. Okay, so that's checking if you actually can lift it. We're checking to see if there is room for the player to actually lift the damn thing. Else. What is this? Elsing. Image speed of 0. Okay, so this makes it go right there. Grab move towards other blah blah blah. Does this apply speed? This does give it speed, and we don't. I think I want to just do away with that entirely. If x does not equal. Let's see what this does. Equal. Mask duck. Yes. Sprite. White offset. Y. Approach. Y. This might break the whole thing. Let's let's see. Yeah, okay, and that ends it and sets it up where it needs to be. Royal Den Studios, hey, how's it going, man? Good to see you again. clean this shit up because it desperately needs it. It's going good, Just cleaning up some stuff that's been sitting around and rotting forever. Life is good as well. Just got back from a trip to Seattle. All right, I think that kind of works. Let's check with a block. That block always seems to. Yeah. That works, surprisingly. And what I like about it is that now you see those guys bouncing around a lot just because they still have gravity turned on. I need to turn it off when they're being lifted, so they think they still need to fall. I want to grab one of these dudes. Try not to go both. There we go. But now that there's a dedicated grab button, it can also potentially give players the option to lift corpses as well. You know, just like stand over them and lift. Oops, I'm not supposed to be killing these guys. I'm supposed to be grabbing them. Yeah. Okay. I do want to speed up the grab animation too. The lift animation. It takes way too long at present. Adios. Oh, he didn't die. Their actual travel, though, to their position too feels better to me. So that's good. Now we just have to speed it up, speed up the process. So here we do set the speed. I'm hoping I didn't, there aren't any redundancies in that. Doesn't look to be any in there. Okay, let me go to the animation code for the player. Your internet keeps I'm having connectivity issues as well. Sorry to hear that you are, but yeah, I am too. For here, it's annoying. Things aren't quite working like they should. Pull, lift. Okay. Yeah, we're not even setting his speed here. Game Maker still works. Yeah. All right. Where were we setting it again? Somewhere up here, I think. State does not equal kill state lift. Where am I actually setting it, though? I'm checking it there, but what the hell? My logic on this is spotty at best. Okay, damage speed equals 0. I don't know, let's say 22. I don't know. Speed else. Where does he set the lift, though? Where is it? If image equals 0. It's weird. Very weird. I don't know. But for now, I can just test the speed out. So we will go ahead and do that, I suppose. Right now, too slow. Too slow. Too crappy. It's kind of okay, I guess. Is that even faster, though? Like, I can't... I want to make sure nothing's over... Oh, my gosh. I'm going down. That's why. Yeah, stupid. Let's do 5. I went backwards. I told it to go slower. That's why it felt even worse. Great. It's going to be one of those days. Still feels kind of slow. Whoa. All right, that's a lot better. Why is this one slow as hell? There's got to be some override going on somewhere that I just noticed some slowdown there too. That's not good. All right, I will investigate that in a moment. I want to slow this down some. Yeah, he's getting sent to Oh, I think I know where it is. I do think I know where it is. complaining that it was too slow before. Now I feel like it's just a little too fast. What was that before? 33? Let's try just 40. I might change this. I might... Well, the logic in here is what kind of fires him off, so... Let's try to find him. Let's... Cal State lift. What am I doing? I don't know. What is going on here? Okay, state equals Cal State lift. Script. Cal grab begin step. What? Why did it... What the hell? Why did it go over there? Stop it. Okay, so those are all checks. Yeah. There's only two where I'm actually... Yeah, where is this? Okay, yeah. That is where it's supposed to go. State equals Cal State lift. 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 Okay. And that makes sense. The other way, however, does not. I don't understand why speed is so crap when lifting an enemy. Let me try it on the other guys too. It's kind of weird. Yeah, very strange. Really fucking weird. Yeah, slow. Slow as fuck. What the actual fuck? Still think it's a little... Let's just take this. I don't know. Let's fucking put it over here somewhere. What it might be doing is it might, since I'm not assigning it anywhere, it might just be taking the image speed of whatever previous state he was in. Like whatever previous image speed he had. Where's lift? Ah, yeah, but of course, this won't give us the go-ahead, though. If we can't lift an enemy, I want him to be this. Hence the check down here. Cal carry begins step. Where was the? I need to go back to where I'm. Yeah, I need to go back here again. State equals Cal lift. State equals Cal state lift. Put that in there, I guess. State lifts. And then down here. I don't know if this is gonna. This might just totally fuck everything up. I'm gonna have to try to lift an enemy in a spot where I shouldn't be able to. Yurga. I'm hoping that the check in the other script, where it assigns it a speed of 0 or 0.36. Now in this particular instance, I'm hoping that it'll override the all these other speeds that I'm just carpet bombing all over the place. All right. That's what it's supposed to be right there. Ouch. Of course, I do have to fix those guys, obviously. Let's see here. Yep, that's not supposed to happen either. Okay. Yeah, that's not working right there. That was a bug from before because of my calculating of the space. So the thing that I thought might go wrong is not, so that's good. But there's an extra thing going wrong, which also needs to be fixed. But okay, lifting on these smaller ramps seems to be fine, regardless of the direction from which you are lifting. All right. So there might only be 2 places where I need to actually do that because I don't want to have a bunch of this shit all over the place, so I can adjust the values easily. Right there, I do want it. This is good, though. I'm glad I'm finally excuse me, going through this and fixing it. No, I'll just comment it out. So that tells me that I can probably just put it in here and we're fine. Still feel like it's too fast though. And it might have been, I thought it was too slow before because it was only, it wasn't assigning it a new lift speed or image speed ever. It was just using the, whatever previous state you were in, it was just using the image speed for that. Kind of annoying. But what else is new? After this, I'm going to make a match 3 game or something. Make Barbarian Solitaire. That's what I'll do. Nothing with movable blocks. Yeah, that's reasonable. Maybe teeny tiny bit faster. I know I'm getting so freaking nitpicky here. Lift. I was gonna say maybe I should just make a macro of the speed that I want, so I can just go to one place to fix it. Because it is a conditional speed. Like, you still go to lift state, but if the thing that you're trying to lift you can't lift, I want him to be stuck in that one frame where he's like, I can't do it. I don't got it. And I mean, later on I might make little, kind of sweat marks come off his head. Maybe. We'll see. Yeah, do you even lift? Not right now. I'm trying. Okay, that's... seems okay. Yeah. Push, lift. Yeah. And that's snappier than it has been. That's better. My main concern, I guess, has been coming from these enemies, and I didn't even realize that they weren't. The lift speed was not doing what it was supposed to be doing. All right. Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and make a macro for this, so that there's just one place that I need to go to improve it or to change it. Hopefully, always on the side of improving it. Okay, kill state. I'm gonna put it in here, sandwich it in here. Lift state speed. Right now, what we like is 0.31. Okay. In here and put lift state speed. Very good. 90. No, that would get very, very time consuming, given that there are many enemies that have attachments. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some enemies that have spikes and armor pieces and shields and weapons that all draw relative to where they are, where the sprite is, and rotating that bottom layer. Everything else would have to, mathematically like kind of raycast and like find where the hell it would have to rotate in relation to the origin of the original sprite or the layer 0 sprite, and it would just turn into a mess. What I could do is I could just have every stupid enemy be drawn to a surface or like the invisible canvas, and then draw all their shit on top of them, and then take that and draw it to a surface, and then rotate the surface as needed. But that's gonna, I feel like them just going up is fine. They're fine where they're at. Hey, Warbird, how's it going, Mr. Stacy, sir? Ignicero, how you doing? Been following your dev progress. I need to be and had a question. Was Savage a crowdfunded title? Can't find an article. Yes, it was. It had a Kickstarter. And then a sort of like tail to the Kickstarter, like people that wanted to back through PayPal, but they couldn't because of like country restrictions using Kickstarter. So there was that as well. And hey, Deed Hero, how's it going, man? Haven't seen Savage in a while. Yep, it's here, alive and well, though I haven't given birth yet, so to speak. Math, why do you gotta be so rude? You can juggle enemies like a little mini game. What was I? Oh yeah, we gotta find where his other lift situation is set up here. Yeah, get rid of that and do lift speed. Is that what I call it, or did I call it lift state speed? No, I guess I just called it lift speed. Now see, what I can do here is the reason I did that is so that if I ever wanted to change, wait, what's lift state? Okay, where's lift speed then? Where's the lift state speed? What have I done? So many case statements. Yeah, the Kickstarter was in February of 2014. So there is a Kickstarter page. If you go to Kickstarter and you look up Savage the Shard of Gosen, you'll find it. And I post the same updates to the Kickstarter that I do to IndieDB, that I do to PlanetTobor.com, that I do to GameJolt. Everywhere gets the same exact update. The Steam page is where I post the updates as well. So update day is always always pretty crazy because I have to reformat everything to fit with whatever site I'm posting to, and that can be pretty involved. There it is. Thank you, Potato Power. There's the link to the Kickstarter, just in case you're curious. Yeah, shit, what did I do? Lift state speed didn't seem to do anything. What the hell is lift speed then? I don't remember ever. Okay, and see what now, why is this not? Now I'm getting confused. The one that I just freaking set up. Oh my god. Lift state speed. Lift state speed. Yes. Do it. Now I gotta go change the other one too. Anyway, the point I was trying to make was the reason I did that is because I can then go into the macros and adjust lift state speed, and it will adjust to anywhere that I use lift state speed as a constant. I don't know what lift speed is. That's some other weird thing that I put in there that I don't use anymore. I don't think I use it anyway. I don't know. We'll find out. Shit. Yeah, what is... Where else did I put this? Carry begin. Is it in here? Where's the speed assignment? I'm pretty sure it's in here. Maybe it's not. Following a game jolt instant. Yeah, it's all the same. It's all. I even misspelled it there, probably because I copied and pasted. There we go. Now all is right with the universe. More or less. All right, save. I'm going to try to make this easier on myself, too, as far as assigning gravity to the object you were lifting. And manipulating and carrying around and all that. All right, and while that's saving, I'm going to take a quick bio break and stretch my legs, etc., and I shall return. Okay. As a lot of you guys already know, I like to get up and do exercises every 20 minutes or so. But I haven't all week because I've been in Seattle. So I'm a little out of breath. Okay, so we've applied lift speed to everything. Stupid little monsters. Okay. Seems to work okay. Doing that's alright. Cool. Yes, yeah, instinctively, when I was about to attack that guy, I tried to step away from the block because I'm so used to the blocks getting hit when your weapon hitbox extends behind you, and it will actually drag the box into the player. Since it's supposed to be traveling, the motivator for the movement is the player's facing direction. So before this was fixed, this block would have traveled to the right and collided with the player and gotten the player stuck. No longer. All better. What else do I want to check? I want to check set down, that's what we're looking for. Sit down. Get rid of these because I don't need them. That was when I used to do that all the time. If not global attacking, duck. States of knocking equals set down. Stated was set down. With grab object carried set down. True. Else. Okay. We are not applying speed to it. And this is plus it was facing. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. But what I want to figure out here is does not equal carriage with grabbed object. How are we? Snapping. Snapping the object to where it's supposed to be in relation to the player. Some cleanup in there, because why the hell not? Oops. Scripts, search, and scripts. Grabbed object. And we got a whole mess of references here. I am not going to go through that. I wish... Oh, wait, but if I was about to wish for something that is already in here. Yeah, this is where I can filter. No, not scripts. Ignore comments. Objects. That's still... Jeez. Okay. Damn it. Okay. Step, and step. This might be what I want. Okay. That's where we snap it. What a mess this is. Okay. Now what we want to do is turn gravity off. Gravity off. And then I'll be able to search for that phrase. Remember where it was. Okay. Let me go look in the object for the brute. Okay, I think I put it in stun. Where's he stun? Move. Stun. The hell? I thought I had done on some stuff for that guy. Carried. No other instances. Okay. Grabbed. Nope. Where do I set their gravity? Okay, enemy, object, enemy. Is it in here, maybe? Carried, exit. Nothing in there. Huh. Scripts. Hmm. Okay, where's when he gets hurt? Carried. That's where we can change this. Trying to look for the easiest solution to this. Turn, gravity, off. Yeah, here we go. Let's say 0. Saladong, how's it going? Okay, and then enemies, enemy. Let's see what happens here. Chillin'? Excellent. Working. Been good otherwise, though. Just got back from a neat trip to Seattle, which was very good for my asthma and allergies. The air is unbelievably clean up there. It's amazing. Could immediately feel the difference coming back here. I'm in Austin, Texas, which is a miserable place to move to if you suffer from any kind of allergies or asthma, apparently. And I was told this too before we moved, and I was just like, it'll probably be the same as, I know what bad allergies already feel like. I can hang with that. Nope. Whoops. Yeah, it's annoying. I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah, out here, when they get bad, they get really bad. People will leave the city for weeks at a time when cedar season starts. My wife, too, she usually doesn't have allergic reactions to, things like pollen or anything like that. And we moved out here, and the first cedar season that we went through, her eye started to, her eyelid and everything around it started to swell up, and she's like, I don't think this is normal. I'm like, I don't think so either. Yeah, it's funny. They call it cedar Caesar. What the hell did I? Cedar fever. Not a salad. Somehow your sister. Yuck. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He didn't have. All right. It's so funny. I wonder why. Hey, you see this shit? See the crap I just did? Gave him the power of flight. I think he's got. His gravity back. Hard to tell though. Might just be following the contours of the landscape. The man who was so strong, he could shatter his opponent's gravitational attraction. Let me tell you the days of high adventure. Between the times when the oceans drank Atlantis. Let's see what happens when I throw him into a ceiling. Oh dear. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Feels like we're in a fucking weird Jamiroquai video now. And he's just kind of ricocheted. Okay. Sometimes you don't know what your game can do. It's miserable to have pollen allergies out around here. Every spring you get tons of evergreen pollen. No, thank you. Yeah, that sounds gross. I can already feel it. Can already feel my nasal passages swelling. Just at the thought, the very idea. Let's turn that off, what I just did. That's bad. Everything you're doing is wrong. Let's leave that alone. Where is it that is making these guys fine, though, when they're lifted? Oh, this is infuriating. Hey, Deed, take care, man. I thought... is my Twitch alert thing not working? In any case, thank you. Guacamole. Yeah. Hey, much appreciated, dude. Thank you for that, sir. Let me see if we can get that up on the thingy. I don't know why that didn't work. There we go.
Now they will know why they are afraid of the dark. Now they will learn why they fear the night.
Hope to see your game soon, man. One of my fab 2D games yet D.
There, it worked. Because I told it to. Yeah, thanks again, sir. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, there it goes. Let me test this. Alert box. Let's see here. See if this works.
Now you die.
Okay, that works.
What is steel compared to the hand that wields it?
And that works. All right. I guess you gotta sign into this thing every time, maybe? Like connect to it? Which is... I failed to do it this time, but... Anywho. That's that. Turn on the music again. Where the hell is the audio slider for... Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Hopefully those levels are acceptable. So back to this weirdness. I could have sworn I turned gravity off for some of these guys, but I don't remember. Gravity shouldn't even be matter if I am... every frame overriding their XY position when he's lifting them. Yeah, sure. That comes up a lot, and I'm not sure why. I don't think that. I mean, that thing must update or something. And why is this taking so damn long all of a sudden? All right, that's super loud now. See, why are these guys having trouble getting lifted? But these other dudes are not. So they have a nice even transition. ABC Nocturne, hey, how's it going? Yes, I did. This is all a, for better or worse, this is all a single person effort. Sound, music, programming, graphics. Every stupid stupid little aspect. Huh. Yeah, that was kind of funny. I could not set him down there. I even did my own hair, believe it or not. All right. Let's go look at him again, I guess. Maybe there's something I missed. Perhaps there is something that I missed. Yeah, practice. That's that's the main ingredient. But if you need a place to start, Pixel Joint Forums has some amazing tutorials on there about shading and highlighting and things like that. It also really depends on what your project's size is, visually speaking, like what resolution everything's at. How big you want your character to be, and then you got to figure out how big in relation to your character. If it's a humanoid character, like how big everything else should be. See, I'm assuming a lot of things about your question that may be incorrect. If you're trying to do humanoid type characters and stuff. But what helped me a lot was to have kind of a visual sort of guide for myself. Like in my brain, I was thinking when I started this, I wanted Final Fantasy VI looking humanoids, but kind of repurposed for a 2D platformer, because Final Fantasy VI was always one of my all-time favorite visually designed games from the 16-bit era. Even just like the color palettes and the way the sprites looked and everything. So I kind of designed the barbarian character around that once I had his size and shape and everything, and the general like screen size of wherever all that rendering was supposed to take place, which turned out to be 398 by 224 for widescreen. Then you just sort of put things together, Like it all depends on what you're doing too. Like, do you want like a bright color palette, or do you want the game to look happy and shiny, or like kind of drab and spooky, or or what? So it really just depends on what you're trying to do specifically. And all I can offer are, very, very subjective pieces of advice. But if you told me a little bit more about what you're trying to do, I might be able to point you in the right direction. Proportions, etc. Yeah, I mean, it helps. It depends on what you're doing. Again, like if you're doing humanoids and stuff, it depends to have a good kind of artistic understanding of the human form and all that. Like, and there's plenty. The good thing about all of this is there's like just oodles and oodles and oodles, an overwhelming amount of visual resources and guides and things on YouTube and places like that will walk you through like drawing something or whatever. Nothing special in mind. See, that might be your very, very first problem. You need to know what you're going for. So that might be why nothing's really sticking for you, or why it might look wrong. You got to kind of have an idea of where things are in your game world and how they're placed and, the space that they occupy, and the physical rules that govern, your game world and everything. That's what I did with Savage. Was I started out thinking about kind of like Final Fantasy VI. I was like, okay, this is what the people kind of look like in that game, and how they react to their environment kind of dictates how they're going to look and move and stuff. But yeah, you kind of need a very strong visual, either in your head or whatever. Or just fucking, grab some sprite sheets like Mega Man or something, like Mega Man X sprite sheets or something, and just draw over them to get used to it, to get used to where you're supposed to put, how you're supposed to think about your light source, your invisible light source and all that stuff, and how to shade and like how to work with, a 3 or 6 color palette and stuff like that. But check out Pixel Joint forums if you haven't. Just made a guy play through Final Fantasy VI. He was asking about RPGs, and he said, first, go get Final Fantasy VI. We'll go over there. That's cool. No one wants their game to look happy. Everything, ABC Nocturne, like, grab, here's something, yeah, just download a Mega Man X sprite sheet. And, if you're working in A-Sprite has layers, right? So make the Mega Man sprite sheet be your base layer and then create new layers on top and just draw it. Like with the A-Sprite drawing things. Like here. Like if I were just to... I don't know, like open this, right? Like here's my drawing program. Here's the layer that this guy was just put on. Let's go and add another layer. Draw. Of course, I got to do these weird fiddly things with graphic scale to make it okay. And then down here, make it like somewhat transparent. Turn down the opacity or something. To like right there or something, and then just start drawing over it. Oops, wrong layer. Do not draw on the wrong layer. Just start drawing. Get a feel for, and that's another thing too, is like proportions and everything are kind of weird at this size. Like, you're going to have to come up with a look and a vibe and a feel for the game world that makes sense to you, because these are all super deformed, right? Like, they're not real proportions. It's going to be kind of hard.
Swallow your soul!
Come get some.
Hey, thanks for the follow, by the way. But just like do something like this, like grab some Mega Man. Mega Man would be perfect because Mega Man X in particular, they've got like just really solid kind of designs. Their silhouettes are very, very tight. and somewhat normal looking, despite them being crazy robot warriors. Yeah, just do that and like just practice, practice doing that, and then eventually don't trace. Call it Mega Man, trademark pending. Great program with yeah, right? Starting out with graphic scale is like really fucking kind of strange. Especially coming from somebody who's used to, traditional graphics editing software like Photoshop or GIMP or something like that. It really bothered me trying to figure out how to erase something, because in graphic scale it's like you're not really erasing something, you're drawing with your chosen transparent color. There's all kinds of shit like that about it, and you got to set up 100% set up your own hotkeys and graphic scale and everything. So that kind of made me go, huh? What? I don't understand this. Ah, see? Pixel art for video games by Marco Vale is really, really good. Very thorough. See, I've never heard about that. I have to check it out. But I learned something, because I've developed a lot of bad habits. I was not what you would consider a pixel artist before doing this games. I kind of sort of became a passable one just out of necessity, but I'm not a fan of the UI in GIMP either. Isometric chapter. Yeah, isometric shit is like a whole other crazy thing. Not on graph states. Alright. No, don't save anything on there. Let's go to just enemy. Let's see here. I need to figure this out. It's gonna really start upsetting me. End step, I guess. Underwater. Let's go in here. I'm gonna change this. Maybe it's just carried. If not, carried. When I'm done with Savage, I'll write a book about it. I don't know. Bet the RPG chapter has some interesting stuff about that weird warped perspective that Zelda games used. Yeah, it's like Zelda trips you out when you look at it long enough, especially when you're in a dungeon. Yeah, the surrounding environments are like straight up top down view, like you just looking down into it. But the characters are not. So it looks really weird. It looks like he's walking on walls and shit when you look at it in the right way. See, it's not. That didn't seem to do anything. $2 to 3 years of book writing streams. I'm done with the book about Savage and make a game about writing the book. Oh, Jesus. No thanks. Yeah, in Zelda, it's like you're looking down into, like, directly down into, from the centermost point in a square room, like you're just looking right down into a box, so you can see all the walls, all of the insides of the walls. But the character is not that way. Is not directly top down. It's, slightly to the side, so you can see the, your little dude's side. The first Zelda game, though, there are enemies like the Octoroks and stuff that are directly top down. But it's when you get into the Super Nintendo Link to the Past stuff that it gets a little screwy when you look at it. Isn't that what most people call isometric perspective? I always understood isometric perspective, at least like when you're talking about games. Isometric is like 3/4. Like Ultima. Ultima is isometric. Or aren't some of the sim games like that too? Final Fantasy VI style standard RPG, standard JRPG stuff where, every wall on every building is always facing us, the viewer, and you can kind of see some of the roof. So they're all like straight on. We can look at it like this, like they're all straight on, but slightly, like if my thumbs are the roofs of buildings, and the tips of my fingers are the wall, like it's kind of like this. And all of the buildings are like that, and they don't, they're not tied down to like actual like 3D space perspective. And isometric, is everything is like at 3/4 and 3/4 that way. So you like tilt it down a little, and you also tilt it to the side so that it makes a diamond kind of shape. If you were to outline the base of like a square building in an isometric game, it would look like a diamond. Okay, not carried. What the fuck, man? This is making me irritated. Alright, if vertical speed is greater than equal 0. Or, I don't know, maybe I could do this. I'm trying to get rid of that weird jumpy stuff that happens when you lift an enemy. For whatever reason, it's not happening with the brute enemies. Saladongs, you're probably right. I don't know. I mean, that sounds right. Yeah, isometric is the meeting halfway between pure top down and straight on side view platforming style. diametric is more commonly used, in which the bottom angle between X and Z is larger than the other two. He is smart. He's too smart for me. Like, sure. Yeah, if I actually looked at, the geometry, I'd probably figure it out. But a cursory glance, nope. I just know what they look like, and can point at examples and be like, "That's top down. That's isometric. That's." Didn't even know what diametric was. Hey man, the smarts are all in how you apply it, right? So well applied. You can know lots of shit and not know how to apply it, and let's say if not carried. Meow. Meow. One thing I'm not too excited about the Xbox One controller is on the thumbsticks. In the impressions and the way it's molded, a bunch of my freaking like dead skin and everything is getting collected in those little like gutters. Apologies to anybody who's eating. Yeah, just like dead skin cells and just general like the natural oils from your hands and stuff. It looks like it all collects there, and it's like kind of. Gotta clean it. I'd have to look at Fallout 1 and 2 again. But I thought Fallout 1 and 2 were isometric. They were considered isometric. Like, they use the same perspective as Diablo does. Or rather, Diablo used the same perspective as those games did. Prefer the 360 gamepad to any other, even the PS2 one. There is something I really, really like about the PlayStation gamepads. The thing that really drives me nuts about Xbox 360 gamepads is the frickin' D-pad. Commonly gets called... Okay. But the freaking D-pads on 360 controllers drive me nuts. I love the D-pads on PlayStation gamepads. If you look at Fallout and Ultima Online, you see more asymmetrical. Okay. I do like the D-pad on the Xbox One. That thing. Just to fucking give me a damn simple fucking cross. Simple cross. Not this rocker shit. I've never liked D-pads with rockers on them, and it makes it very annoying to play a fighting game on. I will say, though, the one thing that I don't like about the Xbox One gamepad is the how fucking clicky it is. Like, you can hear that? That's just pushing the D-pad around, so it's very loud. But the Xbox One gamepad is very comfortable. I do like it. Tops of buildings and old school ISO games are up. Yeah, they're all everything when I think of isometric, I think of everything being diamond shaped. So you can like kind of see the top of something, you can see the front of it, and you can also see like part of the side. You love clicky things. I do like mechanical keyboards. I want to get one again. Those are very satisfying to use for sure. But I don't so much like the clicky stuff when I'm playing on a gamepad for some reason. What does the creation code look like for this? Sustainable collide defense. Carried. Yeah, this doesn't make sense. Stacy, I did hear about that, and I read about it too. I'm pretty sure it's true. About the D-pad cross design. Yeah, I don't know. There are a couple of other ones too that use the cross design that are not Nintendo as well, which kind of makes it weird. Did TurboGrafx have a cross pad though? I thought it had like a kind of a Genesis, not Genesis, the one before that. Is it the Master System? I thought it had a kind of a rocker. Yeah, TurboGrafx 16's pad has the rocker shape. It looks like a 360 pad. It almost looks like the 360 stole directly lifted the TurboGrafx 16 D-pad. Though, yeah, it does. The cross on the rocker does have a much more pronounced look, I think, than a standard 360 pad. You remembered it having more like the NES? Well, yeah. I mean, the cross does look more pronounced than your normal 360. Yeah, their patent expired, and then so now we have the that thing, which is totally fine by me. I want all D-pads to look like that and to feel like that. No, thank you. Don't want a rocker thing anymore. Only context I want to hear rocker in is in chairs and music. Yeah, this is really weird. I don't understand what's going on here. Yeah, you always wind up kind of straying toward, like one of the 45-degree angle directions. It's obnoxious. So like in a fighting game, you want to push forward and you wind up like jumping like an idiot. I kind of do too. Salad dongs. That was the weird system to me. That was like my friend had one, and I'd go over there and play it, and that was the like, ooh, this is the underground system, because in the States, and Nintendo was kind of winning out as far as install base. So that was the one that was like, ew, this feels like I should be wearing a disguise when I play the Sega Genesis. The battering, yeah, that's how I thought of it too. Like a Batman weapon. All right, I'm gonna take a quick bio break, and I shall return. And we're back. Use the Mad Catz controller with your Genesis back in the day. Oh God, yeah. 90s Mad Catz was horrible. Their gamepads were lucky if they lasted like a month. At least those Nintendo 64 ones, those were really bad. I don't think I had Mad Catz gamepad for anything else. Now, though, one of my favorite 360 pads was a Mad Catz one, and it was like I bought it used, and it was a Call of Duty, like Modern Warfare 2, I think. And I loved it for the D-pad. The D-pad was like a freaking Nintendo pad, but it was even better because it was the material on it had a lot of traction, so it felt really nice to use. It was that kind of like hard rubber. I don't really know what to do about this. Right now, anyway. If not lift, but if we're lifting, oh, I love the GameCube controller. It feels amazing just to hold. I don't think I've ever out of all the other gamepads that I have picked up and held and played with, that one has always been the most comfortable for some reason. I think the D-pad could be a little bigger, but just the way it sits in your hand is just amazing. All right, let's put S gravity 0. And let's put S gravity equals. Let's see if that friggin' does it. And I just overwrite it while we're lifting so that nothing changes. Yeah, the GameCube gamepad, super good. Yeah, it felt like just absurd the first time I tried to figure out what the hell I was doing with a 64 gamepad. Especially, I remember playing Turok. Turok was one of the first games I got for my 64. It was Mario 64 and then Turok. And Turok was like, it felt like you had to go to friggin' engineering school or something to figure that shit out. Eventually I did, and I got okay with it. But yeah, for Star Fox, it felt very good. And that was when they released the Rumble Pack. There we go. That's what I wanted these assholes to do. I don't know why he stopped there, though. That was weird. But yeah, what was nice about that Rumble Pack and Star Fox was the Rumble Pack, made the controller feel nice and weighty. Yeah, for whatever reason, those guys are fine. They just do what they're gonna do. All right, now the real trial. Let's go in here and we'll actually start a proper game and go through and test to make sure nothing weird is going on. Disclaimer. Turn this shit on, but I want to keep my debugger on. Prang-a-rang, what's up, man? How the hell are you, sir? Yeah, GoldenEye was awkward as well. Now I want to play Turok. Love that game. I tell you what, too, Turok scared the shit out of me the first time I played it, and the first time you see a a raptor just barreling straight at you. It's laughable now. You look at it now and it just looks like the dumbest thing ever. But then I remember being like, what the hell is that? How do I, and just panicking and not knowing what I was supposed to do. Hellblazer, how's it going, man? 2 cents about controllers. GameCube controller can suck for certain games. Hate trying to play the Mega Man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I bet any game that, like a traditional platformer like that, would suck on a GameCube. Just because of the D-pad alone. Yeah, they do have an updated sort of, not remaster, but Turok. Yeah, Turok's on Steam. I do want to pick it up. Doing good, Prangling. Doing good. Just got back from a trip to Seattle, which was very nice. And caves and yeah, anywhere they set the fog. Yeah, and you couldn't see, and there's those little leaper type enemies. All right. He works pretty good. Oh, that's not good. That can go right to hell right there. Turok 2 is coming to Steam. Turok 2 is rad. Turok 2 is like everything awesome about the first game, and then they just did more of it and improved everything. I went there to look at neighborhoods and stuff, and get a feel for the city, places to move to potentially. Hey, Ignis Road, thanks for hanging out, man. The Hyborian Space Program, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now that I'm fucking with the whatchamacallit, with the gravity, I need to make sure to turn it back on too. Why can I not move? Need to make sure to turn it back on for instances that you're lifting if you get hit. See, the problem there was he's in the middle of his lift state, right? Like he's in the process of lifting the thing up over his head. And while he's doing that, I turn gravity off for the object that he's lifting so that it stays relative to where he's supposed to be. I thought I was snapping it too, which is annoying, but anyway. So he got hit in the middle of it, and that broke his lift state, and you're supposed to drop whatever you're carrying when you take damage. But of course... All right, let's see here. With grabbed object, this is what I want. With grabbed object... S gravity equals. Is it default? Yeah, default grav. Do that for here. And make sure we do it for hurt land and hurt air. Ban. Save. Because you said so. All right. Anyway.
Because Stone Cold said so.
Let's try that again, shall we? But yeah, it was unavoidable being a child in the United States through the 90s. Along with shit like you know, I wanna be a Hulkamaniac. All right, let's see if I can get this guy to come attack me while I'm lifting again. Not while I'm lifting. I need a spotter. Oop. No. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That seems to have worked. Now it's just stupid. I haven't been paying attention, but I do like the pre-Attitude era, or whatever it's called. Like all this Stone Cold stuff. I like all the weird superhero stuff. I miss stuff like that. Getting a royal beatdown. Right there. Go ahead and skip. Here's one thing. I've noticed everyone tries to get out of this situation by fighting their way through these bad guys. And nobody that I see anyway tries to smash their way through the wall. You liked edgy stuff. Yeah, me too. Like, and I liked Sting and like the weird dark, what would be considered an edgelord now, you know? I liked Sting because I liked the Crow, essentially. Gold Dust, yeah. These guys, they don't respect ledges either. They don't no respect. They just fall through them. In which these guys cannot be lifted anymore, which is a good thing. I want to go through and turn off the fake solid stuff too. Like when an enemy is stunned right now, for example, you stun them, you walk up to them, you cannot go through them. I want to turn that off. I don't think it's necessary, especially anymore now that grabbing and lifting has its own dedicated button. Before it was just a sort of a measure to let the player know that they were up against someone and they could hit the attack button to lift a stunned bad guy. Warning, you forgot that video has naked Aerosmith. What video did you link? Wait, naked Aerosmith now or naked Aerosmith then? For me personally, neither, but... Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm testing out lifting. That's what okay, he lifts nice and smooth. That's good. Yeah, Drastic was, I saw. Or are you talking about a different time? Blah, blah, blah. Dialogue. Blib, 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 blib. See, what I want to do is I want to go through and just, like, start lifting guys. Okay, he gave me a mining pick. Oh, I should restore myself up here. Music video if you're living on the edge. All right. I don't think I remember that one, though. I'll have to go look at it again. Sit down, lift, break. So many bugs. So many goddamn bugs. It's intentional, yeah. I'm going to fine-tune a lot of that to, not include things maybe you've already found, that can't possibly spawn in them, but, or decrease their chance of spawning anything. If you start really, like, going back and forth and trying to farm for shit. But I mean, I figure if people really, really want to play that way, they can. If they want to start farming, or attempting to, but the drop rates will be adjusted for crates. But yeah, right now, like especially this one always spawns meat. So I might change that to not. But in the this is the starting area, so I figured like if there was just a, it also teaches the player like, hey, you can break these, and you might find a a curative in there or whatever. But you're right. It does need some tuning, for sure. Yeah. See, this is just a personal opinion, but I'm not a fan of. I mean, it depends on the game, obviously, of course. But for games like this, they're a little more kind of meandering and roaming and open-ish. I'm not a big fan of like a difficulty modes. There is a built-in difficulty slider though, like the way you play. Like you see your favor stat there. Increasing your favor stat makes the game just a little easier and makes it so that more survivability kind of things will happen. Like you'll find more stuff. You'll find things that heal you more often. But if you decide to bring your favor down way low, you'll have more challenge. and you might spawn some unique stuff to fight in certain areas if you bring your favor down and you use certain fetishes in certain locations. So there are options in the game to make it tougher that are sort of built into the game flow. Well, again, it depends. Apparently, like if there's a very linear game, like that is just rad from start to finish, and then you beat it, it'd be nice to have like a difficulty, like a hard mode or something that you get to go through and like maybe there are new enemies and shit, and maybe they do more damage, so you better not get hit by anything. Something that tests your mastery of the game systems. I do appreciate in more linear, shorter kind of games. Salad Dungs, I agree. And then also having, mechanisms in the game. Like, for example, with Savage, it's the favor system. It's like how favorably or unfavorably, the gods or mystic elements sort of view the player. Something like that internally, is interesting. Is it cool with The Witcher? See, the thing with The Witcher is so fucking huge. Like, I don't know if I'd want to play through again on a higher difficulty. Like, it's so long. I haven't even beaten it. But with Savage, it's kind of like, Savage is certainly not going to be as long or as complicated as something like The Witcher or games like Skyrim or, Elder Scrolls games. You played The Witcher 35. Is that 3.5 times, or is that 35, or is that 325 times? Witcher 2 was neat too. I liked Witcher 2. I liked the first one too. I played all of them. I just haven't beaten the third one because it's just long. It's so long. Keep forgetting I'm supposed to be checking lifting. Three and a half times. Okay, so you're in the middle of your fourth playthrough. Is that what's going on? Ah, yes. This is one thing I wanted to check too: is objects that have a different shape to them. The lifting is actually way better than it was. You see kind of a gradual slowdown. Like initially starts very fast, then slows down as it gets closer to where it's supposed to snap above the player. So I'm glad. Excuse me while I freaking pat myself on the back here. Hey, come here. Come away from those boxes. Okay, lifting and throwing feels way better now. Feels a lot better. I want to move the torch here. It looks kind of awkward sitting behind this rack. Oh, you have played The Witcher 3, the third installment of the Witcher series 5 times. Sorry. I read that weird. The Witcher 3 you beat fight. Okay, I got you now. 5 times. It's impressive, dude. See, now what I could do is also give the player the option, since you can use corpses to like navigate, hazardous terrain, like spikes. since there's a dedicated grab button now. Oops. What am I trying to say here? Since there's a dedicated grab button now, like I could give the player the ability to lift corpses just like they would, anything else that you can lift. But as far as content, like heavy content goes, you guys, the thing that I'm trying to get in here before the release of the next build to you guys is an actual town. All the NPCs are pretty much done. I just need to get their behaviors in order and stuff, and their dialogue text finished, and a vendor. So that's going to be that's going to be included in the next update, is town with more direction on where you're supposed to go and what you're supposed to do, and a vendor so that you can actually start to engage in trade and not just have gold be useless. So that's going to be what's going on here. And I'm going to try to get that out before the Christmas, along with the actual final official trailer of the game, which is actually looking really cool. It's exciting to me. Christine, the person who is working on it, who she also shot the thing and everything, and she's doing the visual effects for it. Looks really cool. I'm very excited to finally unleash it. And what I'll probably do is I'll do a live stream. I'll announce it first, but I'll do a live stream of and premiere the thing, and get Christine in here and Robert too. He's doing he's helping out with some of the editing and mixing for it. Oops. But to get them in the chat and stuff and play the trailer when it's done. It's almost done. It's like a hiccup, a sneeze away from being complete. Finally. I'll close the game. I'm going to try to finish it within the next 3 to 4 months. That's my plan. There's a lot of content still to do, but the bones are all, it's 99% working. It's almost there. Mechanically speaking, like everything's where it ought to be, excuse me. And I've got a nice workflow now of, creating and finishing quests and all that, All the bosses, save for one of them, are done. There's a couple more enemies that I'd like to do that are area specific. So there are levels that still need to be done. There are weapons, armor, and shields that still need to be put in the game. But back to content grind mode. Like I just need to populate the world with stuff again. Hey, thanks, Salad Dogs. Crazy hard mechanics. They're going to be permadeath. And permadeath, crazy, insane, hardcore prangling mode. Yeah, picking up and tossing stuff feels much better. It's a little faster. It's a little snappier. Yeah, salad dongs. That's exactly it. That's kind of what I've been stuck in. Like I keep thinking I'm almost finished with stuff like that, and then something comes up, and like something's not working 100%, and like I forgot about. But like most of the assets are finished, like art wise and everything. Of course, the game needs an audio pass too, though. It's sorely in need of an audio pass. Come on, we're some different bad guys to fight, so I can make sure that the lifting stuff is working correctly. The way I look at it is, up to this point, I've kind of been building building Legos, like the actual individual pieces. Now almost all of my Lego set is done. And I have all these pieces that I can just, build a stupid little Lego house or something with. One-shot dev pickaxe. Yeah, that is speaking of shit that needs to be done. Oh, I forgot about the thing. I almost didn't quite make it there. But it's another thing that needs to be tuned is damage output and in relation to where you are in the game. Like these guys, for example, the Ilgogi cannibals. These fuckers right here. They need more hit points and higher damage is what they need. There are also things like the user interface. As far as like how you control it and interact with it needs to be fixed. Or fine-tuned, I should say. It works, but it just needs to be fixed. These dicks. Yeah, that feels so much better. Lifting and throwing. Oh, yeah, I need to check and make sure these guys work. Oh, you can't lift them. Well, that's annoying. That's something else I gotta fix too. Make it be more of a colliding thing. Like when you're colliding with a stunned enemy, then you can pick them up. The current system does not allow for that at the moment. See, like there, you can use guys as platforms so that you're not stepping on spikes. Make it safer for yourself. Yes, it would. Yeah, you would think it would be. You'd probably slip right out of your hands. Were this a more realistic video game? This guy spits too much. I need to change that too. I want him to do a little bit more charging. Charging and leaping and slashing and stuff. Right now he just kind of gets stuck. There we go. There's a little bit of action. What you doing? You gonna spit again? Nah. Throwing people in the spikes equals savage. Savage behavior.
It's positively uncivilized. Quite. Harumph.
You're that guy. I didn't get a harumph out of you. Harumph! There should be a blind fat guy wandering around in the... Oh, because Nedry? Or was that his name? Newman from Seinfeld? I get the joke now. She's like, I can't see. Got a bunch of green crap on his face or something. And like an orange jacket or whatever the hell he had on. Come on. Oh my god, I can't believe I got hit by him. I'm going to change my choice of weapon here for this climb up, this ascent. A little easier to hit smaller, more agile enemies with. Oh, I forgot to lift the raptor to see if he worked. Damn it. Dennis Nedry, yeah. That's the guy. Oh yeah, it's locked. Okay. If the lift works on the bears, it'll definitely work on the raptors. Okay, come here, you goon. Why can't I lift him? Is it because it's on a ramp? Lifting while on ramps has turned out to be pretty buggy. Oh, she freaked out. That's not supposed to happen. When I lifted her up. Oh, come on. Get back. Get back onto... This is not going according to plan. Whatever. Alright, so on some of these jerks, it's not working. Okay. He lifted okay there. It was when he's on the little ramp, though, that it fucked up. Like, here I cannot lift him. And she freaked out, and I don't know why. I have to go check and see if the other Ilgogi guys, if that happens with them as well. Or if it is just, for whatever reason, the female. Norek! Hey, how's it going? So the boxes that drop throwing knives, are they a guaranteed drop from same boxes even after you tweak them? Yeah, I think I will have like stores of ammunition in certain spots, especially as they relate to a puzzle, you know? Be kind of stupid if you couldn't solve the puzzle because you ran out of, you know, throwing knives or whatever. One thing I haven't implemented yet, though, is breakable torches. That's coming as well. So certain spots where you're going to need, you know, knives to traverse the area, you know, there'll be a torch with like a, you know, dedicated cache of throwing knives and stuff. You know, like probably down there or something, there'd be a thing of throwing knives. Oops. Or, you know, in harder to get to places, more secret-y areas, you'd have to go grind for knives or something if you ran out and you found something that you could traverse with dagger throwing. Yeah, I agree. I think they should be where the player needs them. Otherwise, you got to be conservative about your ammunition when you're just out and about and like fighting monsters and stuff. You just want to go like that, you know. Will there be a dev room? Yeah, see, these guys, they freak out when you lift them. Gotta fix that about them. I definitely already have lots of dev rooms. All right, so the cannibal bad guys, they need to be fixed. Right now they're not obeying the law, and I am the law. I am the law. We can't be having that. No, sir. Not at all. Five knives at a shell monster to give you a chance. One will bounce off and reused. I've considered that when you're throwing against solid objects and they bounce, like, you know, being able to retrieve it before it disappears. I think that may be kind of neat. No, it wouldn't be too hard. Okay, these guys, can you jump on their heads? The archers I know work. They're fine. I think those other guys jumped to their death, though. Okay, this is mostly archers. I think that's what you're talking about, right? Kinda. Come here, get over here. I want to grab you. There we go. Yeah, he's good too. Like, he works. Ow! Why do the I wonder why the cannibals don't work. Oh, you know, I might not have been able to lift that bear because of the ceiling. I didn't think of that. He's desperately trying to get up there. And he can't. Oh, shit. Why couldn't I hit him? Savage. Yeah. I'm going to change that so that you'll need a, you know, a hatchet or a woodsman's axe at first, but just like the whatchamacallit, the just like, where'd it go? Pickaxe, just like the pickaxe. If you master it, then no matter what you hit, you know, a breakable rock wall with, then you'll be able to break it down. Yeah, these guys work pretty good. Come here. Jackass. Ouch. I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow to the foot. Har, har, har. Yeah, I'd run from a crazy monster like that too. Monster of a human being. Might get some bigger monsters to spawn in here, so I can test this out a little bit better. It's really hard to see my. These guys cannot be stunned. It's really hard to see this frickin' screen right now. Because of all the lights I have on right now to blast the green screen. Oh, yeah, I test skeletons too. And giant wolves. He was a little... He needs some adjusting. Lift him like 6 foot higher than what I wanted. Okay, stun him. Yeah, he's all fucked up too. Why are you all fucked up? Yeah, you gonna leave him the hell alone. And stop doing the thing that is pissing him off, probably. Yeah, these other guys are fine. Like the bear worked fine. The wolf, though, or the giant warg, is what I'm internally referring to him as. Internally, blah 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 blah. Burnt. Yeah, look at that. That's dumb. Like, I'm not supposed to do that. Everything's too spooky. He Supermans. Here. I stun you. I can't stun you over there. Come here. Hey. Come over here. That's right. Over here where I can get you. Yeah, those guys are messed up. So, skeletons. Cannibals. The warg, for some reason, is being really weird. Yeah, he could figure out what I was trying to do. If only my my programming skills were of such caliber. The game learns. Yeah, the warg for different reasons. I think something weird is going on with his bounding box. I did pick up the bear, yeah. Let's go double check though. There are more of them in here. There's a lot of other enemies too that need to be tested for this. What I'll do is I'll probably just add them all to the test room and just go through them one by one. Oh shit, I don't think I'm going to make it up there with this. See, that's why, like, you know, it'd be nice to have that torch there, drop knives. So you're not like, damn it, I found the stupid knives. Can't you just let me, you know, can't you just let me climb it? Give me some knives so I can climb up there. Oh yeah, I can test the bear out here. Man, come on, drop some damn knives, you stupid. Okay, he's gone. Flew far away. This is unbearable. Yeah. He's, he could do with some tuning too. Like, he kind of goes up higher than... I thought the bear worked fine, but I guess he doesn't. I want to see if I can get some raptors to spawn too. I bet you Bet raptors are going to have the same problem. Seems to be anything that's kind of big. It might just be an offset issue where it's just much more noticeable if the thing is very large. He goes up fast because he's going up higher than where he should wind up. And the speed at which they get there is relative to what their end position is supposed to be. I don't know why I really want that shield. I could just spawn one. Whatever. I'm not playing for realsies. Sometimes I think I am, though. Sometimes actual, video game mode kicks in, and I want to play it for realsies and do a good job. Game was really... I was getting some slowdown there on the overworld map, though. I think it's this computer, though. It's starting to really chug in certain situations. Of course, it doesn't help that I'm streaming as well. Any awards? Much appreciated, sir. When Kojima is your friend. Yeah, that's what you gotta make some really good games, Prangley. Start rubbing elbows with all the right people. Why isn't anybody dropping knives? And then I will ride your coattails to success. Is I think what we'll do. Mr. Prangley. Drop some fucking knives. Jeez. Wonder if I have to just be out completely for it to take effect. Yeah. If only my little bad guys were so smart. Yeah, there we go. Now there's fucking knives. I gotta fix that too. Die, you sons of bitches. Oops. I got too cocky. Dagger, dagger, dagger. Actually, there's just more bears in here. We already know bears don't work 100%. They're the same problem that the wolves have. Let me see if I can... Yeah. Yep, can't even grab them like that. Which is fine because there's no space above my head to do it. Yeah. Well, make a game so that I can ride. So you have coattails for me to ride upon. Okay. All right, that's a pretty good... I got some good information there. Let me make note of it. Over here. Just put it in this thing. Fix Ilgogi lift, which are the name for the cannibal tribes. Fix skeleton warrior lift. Fix bear lift position. We shall amend these with jitter. Fix their lift jitter. So I know what I'm talking about here. Fix warg lift position. Around a big table in New York City. Very important meeting, yes, very important. Bring Pringley in. Cancel my 2 o'clock. And order me up a glass of warm milk. Use bullet points and pie charts. Yes, there you go. See, we're professional. We know how to be professional people. Business people. Businessmen. But that, I think, is going to do it for me for now. You guys. Everybody, thanks for hanging out. Keeping me company while I work. Much appreciated. Thanks for watching. And yeah, you guys have an excellent rest of your night. And good luck on your projects. And I will talk to you next time. As soon as I figure out how to go to the thing that... there it is. There it is. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Take care.